Station for inspiration and information. 1600 AM, 99.7 FM, WIDU.
The following ministry broadcast is sponsored by A Word of Life Teaching and Deliverance.
Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it. See His blessings all around me in every season, and I'm more than grateful. In the good times, in the bad times, oh, I count them, 'cause I know they're never stopping, and I know God is for me. His love all around me. He gives me more than I need. He makes my life oh so sweet. He makes my heart feel so free. Yeah. Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can see your blessings, and everything I do is like I'm special, yeah. You're the one that I run to when it's ghetto, yeah. I can see your blessings, 'cause you take my life and make it better, yeah. Never giving me more than I can handle, but slip right in every.
Welcome, everyone. It is now time for Embassy Christian Center Radio Ministry Broadcast Program with the great honorable ones. Let us enjoy the powerful tag team duo, Dr. Demetria Brooks and Bishop Johnny Brooks.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening and blessings to you. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. My name is Adrienne Joyner, and I am sitting in for the lovely leaders here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Bishop Johnny and Apostle Demetria Brooks. We would like to say thank you to our sponsor, Apostle Neil, and just thank you to our great leaders for this opportunity. Before we get started, I do want to make one quick announcement. Our Apostle Dr. Demetria Brooks, is having a Metamorphosis conference for all of the lovely ladies. Let's give it up for the Metamorphosis 2026, y'all. All right, it is coming up October 7th through the 11th. If you have not registered, if you have not gotten your seat, please make sure you do. Go visit www.demetriabrooksministries.com. And we will definitely make sure we try and save you your seats, okay? All right, the theme for this year is Ascend from Purpose to Process. All right, from purpose to process. So you definitely do not want to miss it, all right? Moving along, as you all know, this month is back to school month. Our kids are about to go back to school, and it seems like yesterday that they just got out of school, but summer is officially over. Summer break is over. So we are going to be talking about some things that are going on in the schools. And today I have with me two lovely ladies that will introduce themselves.
Hey everybody, I am Kimberly. I am a kindergarten teacher, and I have taught kindergarten for the last 5 years.
Hi everybody, my name is Ricketta Butler. I am a music teacher. I have been teaching for, this is going on year 9 in the current school I'm at. I've been there for 5 years.
And again, I am Adrienne Joyner, and I have been in education since we're just going to say 2017. So I believe that is about 9 years, 9 years rolling on 10 years. So let's get into our topic of discussion for today. We want to start off by talking about artificial intelligence in education. What do you ladies think about artificial intelligence?
I like it. It's helpful, but it can be kind of like a crutch. Because I know, like, growing up in school, when I was in school, we didn't have AI. Everything was either a textbook or you had to do your research. You had to, take the time to look up the information. And now, if a child has a paper or they have to do some type of research, all they got to do is go to Chat GPT or wherever and get their source, get their answer right away. So it's a good thing, but like I said, it also can be a crutch, in my opinion.
So I'll piggyback off what you said as far as it being a crutch, and us growing up the way we did with pencil and paper. So we wrote our papers. So
That's
if you had a
right.
5-page paper, you're writing pencil and paper. You're looking in research books in the library or encyclopedias if you have some at home and you're doing your research. We're not Googling or Chat GPT or any of that. So now it's like they have it a lot easier, to look up things and use chat if they need help, whereas we had to do it manually. So
I definitely agree. I remember my grandmother used to have the encyclopedia downstairs in the basement waiting on me.
whole show.
There was one night I was sitting there with a long assignment, and I waited till the last minute to do it.
Yeah.
And ChatGPT was not there to help me.
No,
Okay,
Not at all.
I wish it was, but on that particular night,
Would have helped out a lot.
I made grandmama stay home from church because I had a bunch of homework that I waited until
Right.
the last minute to do. But it is definitely a crutch for our students, and I feel like they don't get the best education that they can because they are one finger away from typing in on ChatGPT. And we have to make sure that they are definitely getting the knowledge that they need
Absolutely.
without
Absolutely.
using AI.
Yep.
We have to figure out how they can, get
back-
around that.
Get back to it.
Yes,
'Cause
get back to the
We
textbooks.
used to have it textbooks, more paper, more pencil,
Mm-hmm.
but due to pandemic, kind of opened up that AI, laptop, tablets, technology thing. So it's become a whole thing. So I feel like now
Yeah.
we gotta become more creative and find a ways to get back to that pencil, paper. Still using, still can use the laptops when needed and when necessary, but still getting back to that, putting in that hard work to do our work.
Definitely, definitely. So what do you all feel should be the role of parents in their child's education?
I mean, personally, I'm not a parent, but I can say just being that cheerleader, that support system, and sometimes even an advocator, because I mean, I know some children may have like disabilities or a learning disability. Being able to, know the signs or catch that their child may be struggling in an area, and sometimes the child may not be able to, advocate for themselves, but being a voice to make sure that their child gets that help. So yeah, being their cheerleader, supporting them on in their education, making sure that, they're putting their best foot forward. And even if they mess up, they make mistakes, still encouraging them to, work hard and to do the things that they need to do to be successful in school.
I would say to make sure that you are active, make sure that you're keeping in touch with the teacher, making sure that you keep an open line of communication, making sure that you're asking questions, because I know a lot of times you may not understand as far as like IEPs or 504 plans, you may not understand what it is. So asking those questions, don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't know, and the teacher should explain what it is to you. That way you have a better understanding instead of being afraid of, oh, they're saying my kid, a lot of times it's to help them. It's not to hinder. So asking questions, don't be afraid to ask questions. Keep that open line of communication with your child's teacher.
Yeah, I like that you said that, because some parents do think that the IEP is a crutch as well.
Yeah.
They definitely think that those modifications and accommodations hinder the student, but no, it's there to help them.
Absolutely.
That is, if your child needs it, do not be ashamed of it.
It helps.
It is definitely there to help. And I definitely agree with both of you all, but what I heard was basically involvement.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
definitely staying
100%
involved in your
involvement.
child's education.
Absolutely.
I know even as a teacher, some of the kids look up to us as parents
Absolutely.
because they don't really get to see or feel the love of a mom or the love of a dad.
Yeah.
So they're looking up to the teachers to be that parent and to be that one that steps
Absolutely.
into their life
That is very true.
to help, shape and mold them and, help them become what it is they want to become. I used to have some students that would call me Mama J, and when I tell you, I did not take that lightly, because you never know what a child is going through at home or when they step foot outside of those doors.
Absolutely.
And even if it's just going to a basketball game or a football game,
Yeah.
the smile on their face when they see a teacher there.
And you show up to support them
Yes,
at
absolutely.
extracurricular activities. Like, I already see you in class,
Yeah.
but to see you outside
Yes.
at my recreational football game or recreational basketball game, you're outside of your,
Yes.
job limits. So you're supporting me, and they absolutely love seeing you at these activities. Like,
Absolutely.
you supporting me outside of school, which means you really do care about me. So
Yeah.
It gives them a sense of hope too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I can kind of agree on that. Like, sometimes we are all they have sometimes.
yeah.
I know, like, in my instance, I literally have kids all day. Miss Butler, can I stay with you? Miss Butler, can I stay with you? Can I eat lunch with
Can
you?
I go home with you?
Can I, that's their
That's the
favorite.
one.
I'm going home with Miss Butler. Sorry, baby. I love you. You can't go home with me.
Right.
But just being that safe space for
Yeah.
them. I've literally had kids come to my, like, not even, I could be with a 3rd grade class and I could have a 7th grader come to Miss Butler, I just need to come sit in your class for a few minutes because I'm frustrated about this or I'm mad about this, and I'll just let them come. Don't interrupt my class. You come over here, you sit, get yourself together,
Yeah.
and then you can come back to class. So yeah, sometimes we're the counselor, we're the
Yes.
mom, we're the best friend,
Yes.
So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and looking at some of the comments here, Evangelist Aaron Tuck said, always advocate. Sit with them during their homework time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is a big one because some of our
Absolutely.
students come back to school with homework undone.
That is the truth now.
Homework from last week.
And we want to make sure our students are succeeding. So definitely sit with them
Yeah.
during their homework time.
Absolutely.
Check those folders when those book bags come through the door.
Please check that class
Please.
dojo.
Yes.
Check that class
That's the one.
dojo.
Check that class dojo.
Consistently checking in
Google
with the teachers.
Classroom.
Yeah.
Yes. Check
Yes.
those messages.
Yes, consistently check in with the teachers and the
Yeah.
staff.
Absolutely.
Because what is my child doing in this school?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because what you would hate to do is go to that teacher, that parent-teacher conference, and that teacher gives you a runner list of things
Right.
that your child is or is not doing, and then you're blindsided and you're not aware. And then it, God forbid, it's too late in the year for them to kind of catch up, or or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah.
always stay in communication and stay in the
Right.
know of what's going on, not just for the school, but for your child and their class.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, do you all feel that schools are preparing children for the real world? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, that's good.
That's a very good question. I would say yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Yes and no. When they get in high school, they kind of have a little bit more. But elementary it's more so, they're learning their basic skills, reading, writing, you know, making sure they know how to write complete sentences, things like that. But I do feel like they are, but then too, we've kind of gotten away from it. I can say one of the biggest things is I hear a lot is cursive. Cursive has been taken out of the school. They don't really teach it like they used to. And I know that's a big thing. I mean, even though we have digital signing, but still, you never know. You may have to sign a physical copy. Kids don't know how to write in cursive.
Absolutely.
So, I know that's a big thing, but I do feel like there are some things that still can be taught, like knowing how to, even at an early age, knowing how to count money.
Oh, yes.
Knowing how to save, knowing how to, be able to multiply, divide, all those things. So, yeah.
Definitely. And I can definitely agree on that. And so I used to teach math, and students not knowing how to count money it has increased in our schools.
Absolutely.
And I tell my students all the time, if I give you a 20 and you're supposed to give me change back, how do you know what change to give me? Because, you're not taking the time out, and, the teachers have to take the time out as well. But our students have to definitely take the time out to be willing to learn. And I definitely agree with what you said. The yes and the no. Yes, they are, but no, because we definitely are losing some of that time. I think No Child Left Behind has put a crutch on us.
Absolutely.
Because even when our children don't know the writing complete sentences and the counting the money and putting a period at the end, that is,
Sentences.
we're still moving them on. And it's okay if you haven't grasped it, grasped it yet, but we're moving them on from second to third, and they're not knowing that basics. And in third grade, we're at EOGs.
Absolutely.
That's the truth.
I'm so glad you said something about No Child Left Behind, because that has always bothered me a little bit, especially with kinder, because a lot of parents feel like, oh, if my child gets held back in kindergarten, it's like something's wrong with my child. No, sometimes that extra help is what they need. So doing an extra year may get them to the level of what they need to be before they get to first grade, second grade, third grade. It's not so much as my child doesn't know, my child might be, it's let me do this to help my child. And as far as what Regetta said about cursive, that too bothers me because they don't teach it anymore. So you have, hey, sign here, and they're printing. Or, hey, sign this document, especially when they get to college. Sign this document, and they can't sign it. They print because they don't know cursive. And so it's a lot of pressure on teachers to do the extra work. Like, if you want them to know cursive, you have some teachers that will teach it just because, but it's not in the curriculum.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. That's so true.
Right. And we have a comment that says we need to go back to the basics in some areas. We definitely do.
Absolutely.
Cursive, finances, how to balance bank accounts.
That too. Definitely
Because
money.
Cash App is our best friend.
Yes. And then also too,
Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay.
Yes.
and especially in a world where they're teaching children entrepreneurship and
Yes.
content creating,
Yes.
and,
Yeah.
Yes.
making money through like online sources. You got to know how to manage your money,
Right.
or know how to put your money. Put it in the right way when you're content creating and becoming an influencer or entrepreneur and stuff like that. So
Yep.
definitely agree.
Yes. And in what ways do you all think that the church can support and assist our students, our teachers, and families?
That's good too.
You wanna go? You wanna go?
I would say for one, first, a lot of prayer.
Cool,
A lot of prayer, because with everything going on in our world today, not only are the teachers under pressure, so are the families and the students, especially with, school shootings and things of that nature. Now we have cold red drill, cold yellow drill. And so it's a lot of pressure to make sure that not only are we teaching the students, but we are also protecting them in case of an emergency. And so it's a lot of pressure. So definitely a lot of prayer. Definitely a lot of support. Allowing teachers, families, and students to come in and talk to, church leaders if they need someone to talk to get them through. Like I said, it is a lot of pressure, especially with everything that's going on in our society today. Just prayer and a lot of support as far as being a listening ear and being there, being present.
Also, too, like when it comes to the church, supporting family, schools, all those things. Sometimes it's just like the small things. Maybe one day a church sponsors lunch for, teachers, or, having going to have lunch with one of the children of the church, or just small things like that to remind them that not only do you have support in your school, but you have support from your church family. Also keep doing the community events. Just like our church, we recently did our back to school giveaway. To hear and to see how grateful people are for a church, or even the community alone, to give away book bags and supplies, because we know the economy that we're living in now. It's hard, especially when you have multiple children, having, resources and places where you can get the supplies where you need. That's definitely a burden lifter. But yeah, just, finding ways to, be active in our youth of our church's lives. Like you said, also going to, those games, going to their, their performances, or going to their school, presentations and stuff like that. That also gives, a uplift to the parents to say, hey, not only do I have teachers and my family, but I have my church family backing up my children's, education and stuff like that. So
definitely,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And I know I've seen, our bishop, he has taken time out to go to lunch with a few of our students at the embassy. And just to know that you have leaders who don't forget about the kids.
Right. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Who literally will take time out of their schedule. It's definitely a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because then, like you said, the students see that somebody outside of here, outside of these four walls, cares about my education. And it gives me that push to keep on doing better, to keep on learning, to score those 3s, 4s, and 5s on that ELG at the end of the school year. It gives me the push to sometimes just get to school.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sometimes just getting there. So definitely, the church definitely can support with, showing up. Doesn't matter what event it is, doesn't matter when, just show up. Yeah. I definitely think that prayer is definitely one of the, and we have taken prayer out of the schools. And some teachers have not. Okay, so let's put that in there.
Let me tell you,
some teachers have
some worship
not.
music playing when you walk in.
Right.
Before school starts every year, I am anointing
You're gonna hear
those
some
chairs.
Jesus when you walk in here.
Yes.
I'm anointing those doors.
Yes.
I'm praying over everything.
Yes.
The
Praying
cubbies,
over
the
my
pencils.
hallways, doorways, the bathroom. If I can't get to every classroom, 125 is covered.
Yes, that prayer is seeping into them walls and it's coming out with for those students. Okay.
Absolutely.
Definitely, but I think another piece of support within the church, because we know the embassy has a lot of teachers in the church.
Shout out to all the teachers.
Shout out to all the embassy teachers.
It's a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that even with the parents who have students that may be struggling in a specific area, please reach out to the teachers that are within the church.
Yeah.
Because if you have a student struggling in math, you have a teacher that is at the embassy
You looking
that
at her
can
right now.
help you with math. If you have someone that may be struggling in English or whatever subject it may be, we are here to help. Do not be
Definitely.
afraid to ask.
We are here.
Minister Aaron, Aaron Tuck, I'm sorry, excuse me, Evangelist, I'm sorry, made a good point. If churches are able, have a tutoring session at the church.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, that is
Absolutely.
yes, that's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That would definitely help the parents as well, the ones that, you know, work at night. So by the time the kids get home, some of them may be going to work. So, of course, that homework time may be difficult because they're going to work. And so that tutoring session would definitely help with that because you wouldn't have to worry about how they're going to get their homework done.
Yeah.
So I need somebody to help me with them to get their homework done. They can go to the
Absolutely.
tutor session and get their homework done.
That is
So,
definitely true. That's definitely true. So, what is one piece of advice that you would give a teacher, whether it's a beginning teacher, whether it's a seasoned teacher, a veteran teacher? What is one piece of advice that you would give any teacher or an administrator or any staff at any school that may be struggling with this school year, or even if they're not struggling? What would be that one piece of advice that you would give them to start the school year and to remember throughout the school year?
For a beginning teacher, I would definitely say, give yourself grace.
That's good.
Especially you being, the new to the classroom or new to a school setting. There may not be a lot of things that you may not know pertaining probably to your school or, how
Absolutely.
the culture of your school. So give yourself grace. You may not know everything. You may not get it right all the time. But give yourself grace.
That's good.
Find what works for you, and once you find what works for you, build on it. And
Yeah.
Right.
and as the years progress, however long you may decide to stay in teaching, as it progresses, you'll see that it'll get easier, and you'll find new ways to work your classroom how it'll work for you. But for a seasoned teacher, first I would say, so proud of you. So proud of you.
So proud.
And God has truly graced you to do what you do.
Yes.
So I would just say, continue to be that light. Continue to do what you do, because you're making a difference.
Absolutely.
No matter how long you've been in it, and it may seem like, because after a while you teach and teach. After a while, it just becomes second nature. But
Right.
just know that no matter how long you've been doing it, you're always making an impact, and you're always making a difference. And even when you get tired,
Yeah.
keep going.
Pushing. Keep
Yep.
pushing. For a beginner teacher, I would agree with her and say give yourself grace. I would also say be yourself. Don't try to be like
Absolutely.
anybody
Oh, yeah.
else.
Oh, yes.
Because everybody has their own teaching styles. So you don't have to be like anybody else. Just be yourself. Be you. Find what works for you. Find your niche and use that and stay there. Don't be
Definitely.
afraid to ask for help.
Definitely.
If
Oh,
you
God,
don't
ask for
understand
help.
something, you're confused about something,
Yes.
you need help with something, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes.
And for the seasoned teachers, don't be afraid to help.
Yes.
The newer
That's
teachers,
good, too.
Yes.
don't get to the point where it's like,
good.
I
I'm
know
seasoned,
it
I
all.
already know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. You got to figure it out for yourself. You have been in, so you know the ropes. So show them, help them. Don't turn your back and be like, I'm not helping you because I already know what to do. Be open to helping the newer teachers.
Absolutely.
You're seasoned for a reason. So use that to help bring somebody else up to where you
Right.
are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And I
too-
think
oh, sorry. And also that'll keep them from making like those small mistakes, because
That
you
you
might have
can
made, yeah.
you can kind of be like that voice to say, hey, I tried that, I did that, and I
Yeah.
know that didn't work, so
Right.
maybe try doing it this way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it'll keep them from having unnecessary problems or troubles.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think, well, to end it out, I think my 3 pieces of advice will be keep God first.
Absolutely.
Always
Absolutely.
pray. The second one is I've lived by it since I became a teacher. Students do not care about what you know until they know that you care. Just show that you care
That's
and you
good.
have their attention for the whole school year. And my third advice is balance. Find your balance.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Beautiful.
Well,
Amen.
I love it.
that is all that we have for you all today. We are thankful and so glad
Thank
that you
you.
joined us. And again, we thank our leaders, Bishop Johnny and Apostle Demetria Brooks, for having us and giving us this opportunity, and our sponsor, Apostle Neil. We love you all, and we'll see you next time.
In the good times, in the bad times, oh, I count them. Cause I know they're never stopping. And I know God is for me. His love, His love, His love.
We take this opportune time to extend a warm welcome to each of you to fellowship at Embassy Christian Center, 327 Maloney Avenue, Fayetteville.